Well, you've probably seen all the other videos I've done about what items you should grind. But now that dungeon has been released, we can go over some of the best dungeon items you should grind for. For each item, I'll be putting the class that appertains to said item in the bottom left corner so you can actually see if this item is good for you. But before the video starts, please consider subscribing if you want to support the channel. And maybe even join the Discord server because we're going to be doing a 2 Summoning Eye giveaway there right as this video is uploaded. So join the Discord server, and at 15k I'll be scamming Hellcastle. And back to the video. One thing you'll have to note is to grind effectively for any of these items, you're going to have at least one of these sets based on what class you are playing. The minimum for Berserker is at least Strong, Superior, or one of the Skeleton armor sets. For Mage, the minimum is Wise, but you can also use Adaptive armor. For tanks, the absolute minimum is Protector armor, but I recommend you get some tier of Perfect, preferably over 8. For healer, the minimum you're going to want to have is Mender helmet as well as stone chestplate, and the rest of it being Wise, or the same set, but instead of Wise, you switch it out for tier 12 perfect. So let's start with one of the items that probably all of you know about. The Bonzo Staff. The Bonzo Staff is a drop that comes from the Bonzo boss located on floor 1 and deals massive amounts of AoE damage. The Bonzo Staff is a must for any mage, so you should really get one, but maybe wait a bit because it could be getting nerfed soon. So maybe stick with a Frozen Scythe or a Pigment Sword instead. The next item you should probably grind for is the Holy Dragon set. The Holy Dragon armor is the best set for healers as of now. The technical best way for you to actually get these frags are by doing the dungeon's entrance over and over again and speedrunning it. But more practically, it's better to just do many dungeons over time and you'll accumulate a good amount of money as well as frags, which could in turn let you get it a little bit faster than simply just grinding for the item itself. You probably saw this coming, but the best armor set for dungeons as of now, Adaptive armor, is very worth grinding for. The Adaptive armor alone isn't very good, but its full set ability, efficient training, is extremely useful. Its ability makes the set one of the most versatile sets, as well as one of the best sets for some specific classes. Another great thing about the set is that its ability also shows that you're going to be able to get plus 2% stat increase whenever you gain 5 dungeon levels. This cements it as one of the best sets for all of dungeons. A really good item you should go for is Scarce Thesis. It being a talisman is already enough to make it worth going for, but its effect that increases your class XP gained is also really good. I've been told that it's actually bugged right now and the ability won't work if it is in your talisman bag, so I recommend keeping it in your inventory until this is fixed. And finally, an honorable mention is the Stinger Bow. The Stinger Bow is not obtainable, but we still know it exists. By looking at which items can be starred with Undead Essence, you can see that the Stinger Bow is here, and its ability is actually pretty good. Its ability is that when you're in a dungeon and you shoot your opponent with said bow, it grants them 30 strength as well as 20 speed. And this can be good for all classes because maybe you want to hit your Berserker or Archer to give them a little bit of boost in damage. Since Dungeon isn't released yet, we don't really know how hard it is to get, but if it is easy to get, it's a no-brainer because of how versatile it is, and there's basically no reason to not have one. If this video did give you a reason or something to grind for, please consider subscribing to support the channel, as well as subscribe because when we hit 15,000 subscribers, I will be scamming Hellcastle. And also join the giveaway in the Discord, and goodbye.